This is Carissa Hartung, and this is my final presentation for my History, Cultures, and Theories of Psychology course. Today is February 19th, 2025. We will be talking about globalization of psychology and exploring the impact and interconnectedness of psychological practices worldwide. One of the greatest parts of this global initiative is being able to see the interconnections and the influences of other methodologies across the globe. Taking psychology around the world can't be a one-size-fits-all approach. Kendra Cherry states some cultures, for example, might stress individualism and the importance of personal autonomy. Other cultures may place a higher value on collectivism and cooperation among members of the group. Such differences can play an influential role in many aspects of life. Cherry 2002. Practitioners must be competent in the culture relating to their client. If they are not, or if they are unable to become competent due to lack of education or their own personal biases, that is something that they need to be aware of and acknowledge. As found on page 5, A History of Psychology, second edition, re-evaluating Western assumptions. Western psychology has frequently operated under the assumption of universality and in its theories and practices. This paradigm must be challenged to incorporate the rich insights afforded by non-Western traditions, thereby fostering a more comprehensive understanding of psychological phenomena. Lawson, 2017. The globalization of psychology allows for greater influence to all who practice the art of the mind. Well, it was well intended to be informed. Globalization has received some negative effects. Integrating psychological traditions from various cultures can enhance efficacy of some practitioners. A study by Farazmand, 1999, believes that part of these international collaborators have given too little consideration to the consequences of their actions on regional ecology and indigenous cultures. Lawson, 2017, page 5. This gives pushback towards globalization efforts. Credentials and qualifications. In American psychology, the debate over credentials focuses on the necessity of advanced degree and licensure for practitioners. The American Psychological Association emphasizes accredited programs to ensure quality education and competency in the field. As quoted in our text, obviously, an international issue for the discipline has been to gain legal protection for the title of psychologist that would include the development of training standards. This is in regards to global term for psychologist and global protection over the discipline. Lawson, 2017, page 5. Diversity in practice. Culturally competent care is just one component of mental health practice that is strongly emphasized. To be culturally competent, we must first be self-aware, then do the work needed to understand other cultures. It is speculated that by 2050, white culture will no longer be the domineering culture, highlighting the necessity of continued cultural education. Butler, 2004. An overview of Lipsey and Wilson's study. This study analyzed over 400 studies and concluded that psychological interventions yield a robust and positive effect on individuals. This meta-analysis highlights the effectiveness of various therapeutic approaches across diverse populations and settings. Lipsey et al., 1993. New approaches. As a result of this globalization, there has been the birth of new approaches. These, which have been built on the backs of previous scientists' theories and then modified. One example we can see is Carl Rogers' humanistic approach, being so transformational to the services offered within the field of psychology. Handbook of Art Therapy. As found on page 5 of our text, there has been accelerated growth. International Union of Psychological Science says The total number of psychologists and psychological research in the world doubled between 1980 and 1991. Lawson, 2017. There has been positive feedback. As psychology becomes more globalized, favorable responses have been noted from Australia, Colombia, Georgia, Germany, Ireland, the Netherlands, Portugal, Uganda, and the United Kingdom. Rosenvig, 1999, state noted that there in the continuity and change in the development of psychology around the world, notes a particular response from Ireland, where Ireland credits the growing awareness of value of psychology for solving problems amongst the general public. In summary of globalization, the impact of globalization on psychology is profound. What we have learned from the pioneers in the field remains invaluable. The future is bright as we recognize diversity and interdependence among nations.